Marked off now. Jim Follis with the football. Waiting for Gus Froehlich's instructions as to where to set the ball. Is it going to be 15 or is it going to be 5? Froehlich standing around the 45-yard line. Might not be anything. They're teeing it up at the 40. Now Follis is explaining to Ordonez something. And they're not going to assess any penalty, I don't think.
Doesn't look like it. He gave Ordonez the ball, and that's where the kickoff from.
Now we get it. Unsportsmanlike conduct is being called against Edison. So that will be a delay of the game penalty. It is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and it will be 15-yard. It is pouring in Lompoc, we're told. 23-0, Lompoc leading Foothill of Bakersfield. 12 yards from the line of scrimmage for Edison. The ball has to travel 10 yards or be touched by an Edison player. There's the onside kick, a squibber picked up by an Edison man. He's on a knee at about the 23-yard line. So the onside at the 23. Edison takes over first possession in the second half. 14-14 tie. Nowakni, the quarterback, he's gone all the way. He gives it to the big tailback, Hip. Hip gets out across the 25-yard line to about the 26, a pickup of 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Edison Chargers at their own 26-yard line.
We're 73 for Santa Maria. That's Ron Lopez. They get the stop.
Spot the ball closer to the 27, so give him 4 and make it 2nd and 6. 11:21 to play, third quarter. I'm Johnny Dixon with Ken Slagle, Doug Nelson, keeping us up to date on scores, and Darryl Kostrava engineering back at the studio. To give again the Hip off the left side. He is tripped up and dropped just across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. It's another pickup of 4, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2, and it is raining as hard as it has all night right now, as the rain moves over from Lompoc, as it ordinarily does here in Santa Maria.
Lompoc takes all the abuse for the rain, huh?
Back in. Call me George Fishbeck.
Okay.
3rd and 2. The give is to Hip. He is hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. A big hit in there for Junior Zepeda, the linebacker for Santa Maria, and it's going to be 4th down, and the punting team comes on for Edison.
Those 3 carries, Santa Maria's done a much better job on him now.
Mark Penso is the kicker, wearing number 83 instead of 80, I guess. He gets the kick off, and it is a short one, but good direction, and takes a great Edison roll inside to 30, down to the 26-yard line before it's all said and done, and that would be a punt of 19 plus 24, a 43-yard punt for, I believe, Mark Penso. Let's see who they've got in this media guide they put out. They've got a better media...
Kickers there.
5 kickers, okay. Now, we don't know who it was. They have no 83 in there either. Saints 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. They give to Eddie Johnson. He breaks a tackle off the left side, out across the 30-yard line to about the 31, a pickup of 5 for Eddie Johnson, and it will be 2nd down and 5 for the Saints.
Number 21, that's now 26 for Edison. Made the stop, and that's Karen Cott.
They've got a kid on the squad for Edison. His name is Katab.
That's the guy.
You know what is, they call him a nickname? Shish. Shish Katab. Dugan back to throw. No, on play on a draw. Gives to Eddie Johnson. Out across the 35 to the 36. Very close to the 1st down. We might get a measurement here. Dugan on the draw play that time to Eddie Johnson, and he picks up very close to 1st down yardage. Gus Froehlich will stop the clock. Lined up tight end to the left. Backs are in an eye. Dugan on the option to Johnson around the right side. Cuts it inside. He's got 5, and that's about all. Out to the 41-yard line. Eddie Johnson, and he continues to cut with amazing foothold when everybody else on the field is slipping and sloshing around.
He got a good block, actually a good push in the back on J.T. Thomas from Chris Dunning. He shoved Thomas out of the way and allowed Eddie Johnson to pick up those 5 yards. 2nd
and 5 for Santa Maria. The ball on their own 41-yard line. De Guzman comes wide to the near sideline, to the left. Saints moving right to left. To give to Johnson, up the middle. He gets across the 45, out to the 47, and another Saints first down. A pickup of 6 for Eddie Johnson. And right now, the Santa Maria Saints offensive line is very much doing their job, opening that hole in the middle.
They're going exclusively to Eddie Johnson now.
We've got Jim Adams, Robert Casa, Junior Zepeda, David Andrade, and Scott Wilhite up front for Santa Maria on the offensive line. And they go at about 210, 175, 170, and 205. And they're pushing around some big boys up in front for Edison. First in Santa Maria at their own 47-yard line. Dugarin gives to the fullback, Ted Ortega. He breaks a tackle across the 50, down to about the 46 of Edison. And that's a pickup of about 7 for Ortega on the carry. And it's a 2nd and 3 for the Saints as they move the ball very, very effectively on the ground.
Well, something different there that time.
14-14, Santa Maria and Edison. De Guzman comes wide to the left side, backs are in an eye. They give us to Eddie Johnson. He slips, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and drop. A fumble on the play, I believe. No, they're going to mark it down. Are they going to mark it dead, or are they going to call a fumble? We'll have to wait and see. No, going to be marked dead. No, it's going to be marked dead. No fumble. The play has been whistled dead, I do believe.
Saints offense coming off the field.
No, they're ruling a fumble. Okay, it is Edison's ball at the 47-yard line, but they marked it way back where the play went down. So they didn't give much progress, but Edison does get the ball at the 47 on the fumble by Eddie Johnson. Nowotny is hit and dropped on the backfield. Fumble. Santa Maria's got it. Jeff Jeffries recovered the fumble for the Saints as the hit was put on the quarterback, John Nowotny, just as he got ready to hand the ball off, and the Saints come up with a big play.
Turned it right around. The linebackers were blitzing that time. Either Junior Cepeda or Chris Dunning was the man that struck Nowotny before he could hand the ball off, and a fumble recovered by Jeff Jeffries.
Saints have it at the Edison 42-yard line, 1st and 10. De Guzman wide to the left to give to Eddie Johnson off the left side. He cuts it outside. One man to beat. He gets home, and finally he is tripped up and falls down at the 30 of Edison. Got a hand on him to trip him up enough to keep him from cutting it all the way down again.
Just got him to slip down, otherwise Saints would have been really good shape.
Saints 1st and 10 at the Edison 30. De Guzman comes wide to the left to the near sideline. Backs in an eye again. Give to Johnson off the right side. He's inside the 30 down to about the 25-yard line.
He's going to the left side and to the right side. See what happens. They're really successful with it.
Excuse me, Ken. Charlie Urquiza, 6 foot, 190-pound defensive tackle, makes the stop for Edison. It's a pickup of 5 for Johnson, 2nd and 5 for the Saints. 6:04 left to play, 3rd quarter. The ball at the Edison 25-yard line. Again, it's De Guzman wide to the left. They give to Johnson off the left side. A quick hitter. He is tripped up, gets down to about the 22-yard line. Pickup of about 3. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 for Santa Maria at the 22-yard line of Edison.
John Singer, Fred.
Fullback, Robert Casares comes out. Those two have been flip-flopping all night long. They have been the messengers for the Santa Maria Saints. Dugarin brings the Saints up to the line, 3rd and 2 from the 22 of Edison. They give to Johnson. Johnson to the outside, to the 20. He's got the first down inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. First down, Santa Maria. 4-yard pickup for Eddie Johnson at the Edison 17-yard line. They mark it. 5:08 to play here in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 14. They give again to Johnson on the right side. He cuts it outside and finally dropped. He fumbles, but they're going to rule he was down. This time the ruling was down. The ground, as John Madden puts it, cannot cause a fumble. We get another score from Doug Nelson, 4:58. Rated number 8 in the CIF's Northwestern Conference. The Saints come in rated number 2. Dugarin on the option, rolling to his left, gives it to Johnson. He's to the outside to the 15. Cuts it inside, down to about the 10. Penalty flag goes down after the play. We'll have to see what that's about. Johnson was down to the 10-yard line, the 9-yard line before being stopped. It would be 3rd down and about 2, but it's going to be holding against Santa Maria. So that will nullify a good run. The ball is being marked where? At the 26-yard line to about the 7 for a first down. So it is 2nd and 19 from the 26. Saints in an eye. De Guzman wide to the left. Dugurin back to throw on play action. He's going deep to the right side. Almost intercepted, but dropped. And that slippery ball got away from Dugurin and also from the man as it continues to rain in the press box. Here is Dave Boyd. Hey, Kurt Reed here joins us in the press box too, son of a gun. Movement on the play before the snap goes off. I don't know if Santa Maria jumped or if Edison came offsides before that and made contact. We'll have to see. Gus Froelich says illegal procedure, Santa Maria before the snap, so that's going to take the Saints back 5 more and make it 3rd and 24 as Santa Maria was knocking on the door, having a great deal of character, fired up and got right back in it, and we're tied at 14. Saints, the penalty was declined, so they counted the play. I thought they called the play before the snap. I thought they blew the play dead before the snap, and now Gus Froelich is going to call an official's timeout. No, it's going to be timeout Edison. Since Atlanta lost to San Diego, the Dodgers are in the National League West pennant winners, whatever. Saints up the line, 4th and 24. Dugurin to throw. Rolling to his right. Out to the right side. Underthrows. It is intercepted. Well, there was kind of a break for the Saints. It was not going to be a completion, and they pick up about 6 yards in field position due to the fact that the pass was intercepted. Who got that out there, Kenny?
21, Steve De La Rosa for Edison got that. He should have just knocked it down.
Yeah, absolutely. They'd had the ball out at the 20. So we stay tied at 14. Edison has it 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line. They've got the tailback Wallerick in right now. They pitch to Wallerick. Penalty flag goes down. He gets around the right side outside the 20, out to the 25-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. It was thrown by Jim Follis, who is the head linesman in the ball game. Wait for a signal from referee Gus Froelich. And that is forthcoming. Illegal procedure, the call against Edison. So that
before the snap of the ball, and that's why we have the illegal procedure.
If you just joined us, Edison scored quickly on their first 2 possessions of the game to take a 1st and 15 from the 14-yard line of Edison. The Chargers with the ball moving left to right. Again, it's Wallerick at tailback. Wide outs left and right. Nowotny back to throw on 1st down over the middle. He's got Fency. It's complete at the 20. He cuts it outside and loses about a yard on that. Back to the 19-yard line. They're going to give him progress to the 20. So it's a pickup of 6 on the pass completion to Rob Fency. And it'll be 2nd down and about in white with green trousers. Wide outs left and right. Again, backs in an eye, and I guess it's hip. It is hip back in and tailback. John Nowotny has gone all the way at quarterback. On 2nd down and long to give to Hip. The big tailback drags a couple of Saint tacklers across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. It is short of a 1st down by about 2, and it'll bring up a 3rd down situation for Edison.
First we've heard of Hip in quite a while. Jack Garcia, the man making the stop for the Saints.
He's certainly
a tailback, though.
Hip still in at tailback. Wide outs left and right. Backs in an eye. The give is to Hip off the left side. He is hit and dropped. I don't think he made the 1st down.
It's going to be awfully
He's
close.
dropped at about the 28. It looks like a pickup of 1, and it looks like it'll be 4th and about 1 for Edison. Gus Froelich eyeing the chains across the way, and he's going to bring the chains in for a measurement here. So it's close. Can't see with all the Saints players gathered around. It's short. It's 4th down in inches for Edison with the ball at their own 28-yard line. How about Bill Workman? You think he'll roll the dice here?
It's a tough decision on a slippery field. Anything can happen. He can fumble the snap or anything, and he'd really be backed up. But it looks like he's going to go for it.
He sends in number 6, Greg Gibson, who is listed as a tight end, and Edison's going to go for it. Gibson comes wide to the right. Backs are in an eye. It is Hip. Quarterback keep by Nowotny, and his forward surge might have gotten him the 1st down as he gets it near the 30. Flag goes down after the play in the Edison backfield. Dead ball foul, personal foul, Santa Maria. So it's all academic whether he got the 1st down or not, because they're going to get 15 yards tacked onto the play. It's going to go out to about the 45-yard line, and Edison will have it 1st and 10 there.
Not really one of your smarter penalties to take in that situation. It might have been a penalty where he's a little fired up that time and might have got a man. No, he didn't get a face mask, but he might have did something that Gus Wilk didn't like.
At Santa Maria High School, Edison moving left to right on 1st and 10 at their own 45. They split the backs this time with a wing to the right side. Nowotny at quarterback. He drops the snap. The ball's loose. Nowotny might have fallen on it. He did. Nowotny recovered his own fumble right at the line of scrimmage at the 45, and the slippery ball continues to be a problem for quarterback John Nowotny and the center John Thomas. That's the 2nd or 3rd time that's happened.
One time it cost him. This time, Junior
left to play in the 3rd quarter of a 14-14 tie. Wideouts left and right, and again backs in an eye for Edison. Now they show wing to the left side. He comes in motion to the right. That's Fency. Back to throw is Nowotny. He's got Fency open on the right side across midfield to the Santa Maria 48-yard line. A pickup of 8 on the pass completion to Rob Fency, who was the wingback in motion. That with 3 quarters under our belt, the score is Santa Maria 14 and Edison 14.
A successful team operates like a
left to play in this game. A 14-14 tie. Wide out to the left side comes Hatchkin. And now Gus Froelich signals that play is not ready to resume. Chris Dunning is going to come off of the field apparently with an equipment problem. He'll be replaced by number 54, Ken Grappetti, for Santa Maria.
Total offense after 3 quarters.
3rd and 2, Edison. The ball at the Saints' 47.5-yard line. 3rd and a long 2. Nowotny with a long count. He gives the ball to the big tailback Hip. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more inside the Saints' 45 to the 43-yard line.
Hip just pulling off that right side in a little bit of a hole and picked up 5 yards, enough for a 1st down, and Edison starting to drive a little bit now.
That's got to be what they do best, is hand the ball off to Jeff Hip.
And they're not a real outstanding passing team. It's like they're a grinded-out type team.
1st and 10, Edison. The Chargers come up to the line ready to play, but the officials have not yet put a dry football into the game. And his shoe, that was the holdup. 1st and 10, Edison at the 43 of Santa Maria. John Nowotny, a senior, 6 foot 175, all the way at quarterback. He gives to his tailback, and he gets inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Vern Wallerick in the ballgame at tailback once again. He's been splitting the duty with Big Jeff Hip. And Wallerick comes up with a 5-yard, about a 5-yard pickup on that, maybe 4, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6 for Edison. Wallerick has done a pretty good job, too, Ken.
He has 22 yards and 6 carries in the limited time he's carried the ball. Hip has 75 yards and 16 carries.
Hip is back into the ball game now at tailback. Big 6'2", 215-pounder. And he gets the ball straight up the middle. He's got big yardage inside the Saints 35, down to about the 32-yard line. And another Edison 1st down as the rain begins to come down hard once again. Edison moving the ball impressively on this drive.
Using mostly Jeff Hip. Hip picked up 2 or 3 1st downs instead of took over the football.
Clock continues to run with 10:40 left in the game. A 14-14 tie. Wide to the left comes Doug Bainan. Wide to the right goes Hatchkin. Back to an eye. Hip is the tailback. Saints jump. There's the snap. The ball is loose. Penalty flags go up. And the whistles sound. And I think the Saints are going to be offsides. It was Junior Zapata, the inside linebacker, coming in on what appeared to be a blitz, and he's going to be called for offsides. Just a little bit anxious was Junior, and he cost Santa Maria 5 for the aggressiveness. It'll be 1st and 5, and the ball will be marked inside the 30 at the 28-yard line of Santa Maria. Edison threatening. They have not scored since 11:57 to play in the 1st half.
Santa Maria has really dominated the game since then.
From that point on, yeah.
Until just this last couple minutes.
As a matter of fact, at that point, Edison had 101 yards of their 190 in offense. The give is to the tailback, Wallerick. Wallerick inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. Stopped there by number 53, Junior Zapata, and number 51, Ronnie Ticat. It's a pickup of about 4 at the 23-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Edison. Correction, it's going to be second down and a long one for Edison after the 5-yard penalty. Make it 2nd and 2 from the 23 is where they mark it. 2nd and 2 for Edison. Clock continues to run, 9:40 left in the game. There's the give to Hip. No, a fumble on the handoff. The ball's loose. Santa Maria has recovered. The Santa Maria Saints have recovered the fumble. No signal yet from the officials. They still have not signaled. There it is, first down, Santa Maria. Ronnie Ticat recovered the fumble by John Nowotny as he tried to hand off to his tailback coming down the left side, and Nowotny just lost the handle, and Ticat was there to fall on it.
He had trouble handling it right from the snap, and he was still juggling it when he tried to hand the ball off.
The wet football continues to wreak havoc. Dugerin gives to Eddie Johnson, a quick hitter off the right side. He gets up to about the 29-yard line. A little late hit by Edison there. No flag on the play. A pickup of about 2 for Johnson on that carry. It's 2nd and 8. The Saints have the ball on their own 29-yard line after a big fumble recovery.
It's been a while since the Saint offense has had the football. Let's see if they still have the momentum they had in the second and third quarters.
We're down inside 9 minutes now to play in the ball game. A 14-14 tie. Leonard de Guzman wide to the right. Dugerin back to throw. He's got time. He's got a man open. It's Dunning, and the pass is underthrown. Incomplete. Out about at the 40-yard line. It would have been a first down, but Pete just underthrew the tight end, Chris Dunning, just by a fraction.
Yeah, a lot of passes underthrown. You can tell the quarterbacks are really having trouble getting any kind of a grip on the football in this wet, muddy turf.
So it is 3rd down and 8 for Santa Maria. A very big play here. Guzman goes wide to the left. Lewis lined up as a tight end to the right side. The backs are in an eye. Casares is the up back. They give to Johnson on a draw up the middle. Johnson out across the 30-yard line. Penalty flag goes down. A late hit, I think, on Edison as Johnson got out to the 32-yard line. It was short of a first down, well short, after a gain of only about 3 on the carry. But we've got a timeout on the field, and somebody is down hurt, and I think it's Eddie Johnson. Eddie Johnson is down injured after that late hit by one of the Edison players. Johnson, they are holding his left leg, and that would be a crushing blow to the Santa Maria Saints and to a fine young man named Eddie. Very slow. He took a couple of steps, and now he stops, and Eddie is hurting quite a bit, although he limps off under his own power. He appears to be favoring the left to get Eddie back into the ball game. Is a matter still to be seen. In at tailback now is Freddie Phillips, 1st and 10 at the 47. The give is to the fullback, Ted Ortega. Ortega takes a couple of Edison tacklers across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 yards for Ortega, and it is a 2nd down and 6 situation for Santa Maria as it begins to pour now at Dave Boyd Field.
Charles McCase is the man making the stop of Ortega, but Ortega was able to carry him for about 4 yards.
2nd and 6, Santa Maria. De Guzman wide to the right. Axer and I, Phillips still in at tailback. Eddie Johnson trying to work the cramp out on the sideline. The give is to Casares, the fullback now in the game. He gets a yard or so out to the 47. The crowd hollering for another penalty flag on what they felt was a late hit. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for Santa Maria. The ball at the 47 of Edison. Casares comes out after the carry. Ortega in at fullback. Phillips is still the tailback for Santa Maria. 3rd and 4 at the 47 of Edison. The Saints moving left to right. 7:20 left to play in the game. Edison jumps offsides. Edison jumps offsides on a long count by Dugerin. That's going to cost him 5 and going to give the Saints a first down. We'll wait for the signal from Gus Froelich. Offsides, Edison. First down, Santa Maria. Well, how do you do?
That's a big break right there. That'll keep their drive alive and give Eddie Johnson maybe a couple more minutes to recover down there.
This is KSMA Santa Maria, Radio 1240. I'm Johnny Dixon with Ken Slagle and Doug Nelson. Darryl Kostrava engineering back at the studio. The Saints have it 1st and 10 at the Edison 42-yard line. 27-3 a final. Atascadero beat San Luis. Lompoc beat Foothill of Bakersfield 23-0. Arroyo Grande leads Arvin by a score of 28-3. 28-17. Arroyo Grande over Arvin. There's a give up the middle inside the 40-yard line for Santa Maria. Is the fullback Ted Ortega up to the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of about 3 for Ortega on the carry. And it's 2nd down and 7 for Santa Maria. And it is raining as hard as it has all night. Right now, it is just coming down in buckets.
Yeah, it's definitely the worst it's been, and the field's really going to get wet fast now. Eddie Johnson back in the lineup now.
Here's the latest that Doug gave us. 28-23, a final. Arroyo Grande has defeated Arvin. There's a give to Eddie Johnson back in the game. He's off to the right side down to the 31-yard line, and a first down for Santa Maria. So Johnson back into the game after working the cramp out, and he gets it to the 31. That was a pickup of 8 for EJ, and a first down for the Saints.
He's hobbling just a little bit right now, but he appears that he's able. He's all right enough where he can run.
This drive started at the 28-yard line of Santa Maria. They are now down to the 31 of Edison. De Guzman wide to the left. Johnson in at tailback. The give is to Ortega, the fullback, and he gets just a yard up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 9, and believe it or not, the rain starts to come down even harder.
Jeff Hipp in the game on defense was made the stop on Ortega that time.
Both teams still have a full complement of 3 timeouts left. 5:51 and counting. The clock running. We're in the 4th quarter. 14-14 tie. Leonard De Guzman comes wide to the near sideline, to the right side. Double tight ends and backs in an eye for the Saints. On 2nd and 9. The give is to Eddie Johnson, and he is dropped in the backfield for a loss. Back to the 33-yard line. A loss of 3. It's going to be 3rd and 12 for Santa Maria. And cramp worked out. I'm not so sure. Eddie was just not running at full speed on that one, Ken.
Jeff Hipp was mad stopping it. No, he didn't really look like he got off the ball at all in that play.
A big 3rd down and 11 as they spot the ball at the 32. So it was a loss of 2 for Johnson on the carry. 3rd and 11. 5:05 left to play. Saints on the 32-yard line of Edison. The give is to Johnson on a draw. He fumbles the ball. It's stripped from him. Edison has it. Edison stripped the ball. Number 53, Scott Arnott, stripped the ball from Eddie Johnson on the draw play, and the Saints turn it over.
You can tell Eddie Johnson's not the same runner after he got the cramp. And on that play, he really didn't get a good grip on the ball. The ball was stripped by Arnott, and he recovered it.
They spotted at the 34-yard line. Edison with 4:50 left on the clock in the ball game. We're tied at 14. Edison has it. 1st and 10 on their own 34. John Nowotny all the way at quarterback with wideouts left and right. He goes to hand off. A fumble on the play. I think Santa Maria's recovered. He is recovered. Number 54 for the Saints. 64. Robert Casa recovers Nowotny's fumble, and Santa Maria has possession again. Holy cow!
There was no mix-up in the handout. It just cut. Man, a linebacker, I believe it was Dunning, came in and blitzed on the play and just stripped the ball loose from Nowotny as he was going to hand off.
Just as he started to hand it off, the Saints take over on the Edison 32-yard line. A fumble on the play, and Edison's got it. Hold it. Oh, are they going to mark it down? No. Edison recovers the fumble, and they have it. 3 plays, 3 fumbles, and Edison has it again.
You can tell now it's just really...
It's getting sloppy with that very sloppy field as the rain continues to come down. Edison from their own 34-yard line. 4:05 left to play in the game. There's a give to Hipp, the tailback. He gets outside. He gets up to the 40-yard line. Short of a first down, a pickup of about 6.
That was Walrick on the carry. Walrick did a good job of running. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He was able to slide off to the right and pick up 5.
The numbers on the running backs are all but obscured right now with the mud that they carry on their white jerseys, and it was indeed Walrick, the ball carrier. Picks up 6, 2nd down and 4 for Edison. 3:53 left in the game. We're tied at 14. The clock is stopped right now, and who used the timeout? Officials timeout. We have an officials timeout, so Edison will have a chance to regroup offensively without the use of a timeout. Second down and 6. There's a pitch in the backfield of Warwick around the right side. Breaks a tackle, cuts it outside. Out of bounds at about midfield.
Penalty on the play.
Flag down in a place you would suspect holding on the offense. We'll have to see. No signal yet from Froelich. It would be enough for a first down on the carry by Walrick. We'll wait for the penalty. Gus Froelich is telling the sideline who the foul was on Edison, so it's going to go against the Chargers, and it'll back him up, it appears, 15. An illegal block below the waist against Edison will cost him 15.
That's a break from Santa Maria. Edison right there on the march right there, and that's going to push him back to about 30 now of Edison.
The final score, Tascadero defeated San Luis 27-3. Also a final, Lompoc over Foothill of Bakersfield 23-0, and Arroyo Grande outlasted Arvin 28-23 to pick up their first win of the year. It's 14-14 here. Edison, it is just pouring buckets there at Dave Boyd Field. Milwaukee back to throw on second and long. He completes it out to the left side, out to the 40, to the 45, out of bounds at midfield is number 18. Eames wants time out here. He didn't like the way the Saints played that defensively, and he's going to go out to have a chat with him. So we have a break in the action with 15.
The hitching post has done.
He got pinched in and left that play at the left side to pass Warwick wide open.
Wide to the right side goes Brad Hatchkin on 1st and 10 from the 50. Play action. Milwaukee rolling to his right. He's looking. He's going to keep it. He's back to the line of scrimmage, and he is dropped after a gain of about 2 yards as Jeff Jeffries, the outside linebacker, came up and really put a stick on Milwaukee, the quarterback. He picks up 2 to the 48-yard line. Now they say 1 to the 49. It's going to be second down and 9. The clock rolling with 3:10 to play in the game.
Quite a hit by Jeffries. That's the kind of thing that'll fire up a defense in a hurry.
It has been a scoreless second half.
That's understandable under these conditions, too.
Sure is. Wide to the left comes Brad Hatchkin. Out to the right, I believe it's Walrick, and Hip is the tailback in the ball game right now. No, it's Walrick at tailback. A whistle and a flag before the snap. Timeout, Edison. Now we'll take one more break here, Darrell. There's a break in the action with 2:48 to play in the game. The score is Santa Maria 14 and Edison 14. Field right now, and I'd hate to be Hancock and Palomar having to play here tomorrow.
We'll have fun if there's any kind of rain at all.
Second down and 9 for Edison. Back to throw on play action is Milwaukee. He's got all day to throw. He gets the pass off, incomplete. Intended for number 42, Brad Hatchkin, out of the against Edison.
Milwaukee with all day to throw, and that gave one of those linemen time to get down the field. I believe that's going to be a loss of down, too.
Illegal receiver downfield, a loss of down, maybe so, Kenny. Yeah, I think you're right. Gus Froelich is explaining the options right now to the Saints. It is going to be marked off against Edison, 15 yards. That will take him back to the 36-yard line, and we'll see now if it's going to be third down or second down over again. Watch Gus Froelich. Illegal receiver against Edison. No, it's going to be second down over again. No loss of down. Second down over again from the 36-yard line. Edison has to get to the Santa Maria 40, so they have 24 yards to go for a first down. Second and 24. 2:41 left in the game. Milwaukee takes a snap. Dropping back to throw. He's being rushed. He gets away from the rush. Rolling to his right. He keeps the ball. Cuts it inside. He's up to midfield. To the 45. And dropped at the 45-yard line by Freddie Phillips, the cornerback. But Milwaukee took a big loss and made it a big gainer. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 for Edison at the Santa Maria 45-yard line. And the Saints had a chance to drop him all the way back at the 25.
Great run by Milwaukee. They had a chance to snag him for about a 10-yard loss. And he ended up picking up 20 yards on that carry, and it gives Edison a chance now, 3rd and 5.
Third down and a long 4, a short 5, depending on your outlook. 1:55 left to play in the game. Edison moving right to left. Wideouts left and right, backs in an eye. They give this to the big tailback. No, it's Wallerick, the tailback. He hurdles the tackler, cuts outside, gets out of bounds at the 32 with a first down for Edison.
Did you see Wallerick carrying that ball?
Tackler just past the line of scrimmage and then went on to pick up the 13 yards and a first down. Clock stop on the out-of-bounds play. 1:41 left. So Santa Maria had Edison pinned back deep, but the Chargers have come out of the hole and are now threatening. Double tight ends wide out to the right. Milwaukee to throw. He is pushed. He is dropped to the backfield for a sack by number 64, Robert Casa. The ball is loose, but they say Milwaukee was down. A big sack by Robert Casa all the way back at the 46-yard line.
14 years of the evening for the Santa Maria defense.
The ball game to name our outstanding offensive lineman of the year. Left to play in the game. Edison has spent their last time out, right, Ken?
According to me, I believe they used a timeout in the third quarter. At least he was mentioned in the air as a timeout.
Ball at the 46-yard line. It is first down, or second down rather, and very, very long for Edison. About 25 to go. Milwaukee to throw. The pressure's on. He gets away and completes it over the middle. Down to the 35 of Santa Maria. 36-yard line. The pass complete to Greg Gibson. Clock continues to run. 1:10 left to play in the game. A hurry-up offense by Edison. Up to the line. Milwaukee back to throw. The pressure's on. He is grabbed in the backfield. Now he laterals it forward to Hip. Hip gets up to the 40, and he is dropped there for a loss of 4 on the play. What a strange play that was. A Santa Maria defender, and I believe it was Casa, was in there. He had the quarterback Milwaukee by the leg, but he couldn't bring him down, and Milwaukee just stood there and finally pitched it up to Hip.
NFL out of it, called down.
3rd and 20. A fumble on the snap. The ball's loose. Who's got it? Apparently Edison is recovered with 30 seconds left to play. Santa Maria says they have it. Let's see, they do! Santa Maria recovered the fumble. 30 seconds left and 2 timeouts left. Santa Maria has it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Oh, what a turnaround.
Timeouts left. The guy in the hurry to get down to any kind of field goal range for Donut.
Timeout Santa Maria, so they have 1 timeout left. We'll keep it here. 28 seconds left to play. Why did we get 2 seconds run off the clock?
They started the clock after the change of possession, but in high school they do that.
Once they got the ball marked ready for play, okay, so Santa Maria watched 2 seconds roll off the clock before they were able to get the timeout called. We'll see if those 2 seconds are important as we wind down. 28 seconds left to play. 14-14 tie. I hate to guess how many turnovers we've had in this game.
It's hard to say. We've had at least 4 or 5 fumbles. It seems like at least for Edison, just on the stats from the quarterback.
100% since returning. We'll see. The Saints up to the line. Lewis wide to the left side. DeGuzman to the right. Duglin is going to give it to Johnson on a draw. He cuts it outside. He's wrapped up right at the 40-yard line. A loss on the play of 2 yards for Eddie. The clock runs 14 seconds. 13-12. Robert Casares comes into the ball game. 9 seconds, 8. The Saints are not going to get a playoff. We're going to end up with a tie. 2-1, and that is it. And this game ends up in a 14. This is a great thing for Santa Maria. Touted as Edison having fallen behind 14-0 in the ball game. They come away with a 14-14 tie, and usually ties are something you go away mumbling about, but not this one. It was a great high school football game. We'll be back to wrap this thing up in just a moment.
A successful team operates like a well-tuned machine, and it takes plenty to keep a machine running smoothly. Top quality parts, knowledge, and skill.